Hey everybody, welcome to A Cup of Consciousness. Today we're talking with Merlijn, and the topic is actually something that's really close to my heart. It's actually from abuse to magic. And we were chatting a little bit off air about what that was, and when we were coming up with the topic, and Merlijn just said to me, "What about from abuse to magic?" And I just got goosebumps straight away, because a lot of people have the point of view that when you're suffering some form of abuse, that's it. You got to suffer it, you got to be the victim. But what if that wasn't true, guys? What if there was a choice that was available to you that you didn't know, that you couldn't see at the moment because all the doors of possibility around that were closed? So today it's really about offering you a different reality that you can choose if it feels right for you, and that can get you to actually change the molecules in your body from that of victim and abuse to something greater. So if that's what's going on in your world, we're here for you right now, and all those in the future that are coming to watch as well, we're equally here for you as well. Merlijn, thank you so much for the magic you be. I met Merlijn in Amsterdam at a Access Foundation Level 1 class, and the magic that exudes from this man's body and being, the kindness, is just unbelievable. And I really think if you meet him, you should get a cuddle, because he gives really good hugs too. Okay, Merlijn.
How about you, Grace? You give awesome hugs. Your yummy body and yummy energy. So thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for asking me to come play with you, and I'm really thrilled. And yeah, what else is possible for changing the molecules of abuse to magic? And what if you were to unleash your own wizard in your own life? And what's possible if you were, consider that to be a possibility for you? Not because everybody tells you to, not because anybody would like you to, just because you might be capable of way more than you have acknowledged at this point in time. And what if there's nothing, this might be, like bashing into glass houses straight away. What if there's nothing wrong with your abuse, or the abuse that you might have, quote, suffered? What is actually right about the abuse that you're not getting? Because like I'm kind of like rattling along already. Is that okay, Grace?
I'm loving it, and I'm actually, I'm feeling the energy come up. So everything and all that is, can we destroy and uncreate all of that?
Yeah, right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. The magical access clearing statement, basically a magical delete button for all the energy that something brings up, whether that is the charge of a thought, a feeling, or an emotion, or a past situation that kind of lock the energy into a certain, like solidity, into a certain place that we basically unstuck it. So, you don't need to understand. Yeah, I know. It's like, poof, trying to create all that. It's like this amazing key to really let go of something, and to really change all the energies and changing all the molecules around you, because you change the energy, because you actually just choose to go to that point of creation and just take that piece of crap out of the floor and out of the ground, and to wipe it out of existence. So how does it get easier than this? If there were like one tool you were to get from this hangout, is like destroy and create it and park and pot it, or use the whole clearing statement, which is also to be found on theclearingstatement.com. Yeah. So what's next? Where are we going?
When I heard you talking about at the start that changing the molecules from abuse to magic, I actually felt that is opening the doors. So what can we create now that wasn't available before you said that? And all the people out there that are willing to open all the doors now to actually create magic in their body instead of abuse. And, you know, Merlijn, like maybe if you can speak about the different forms of abuse, because a lot of people go, oh, I don't have abuse issues because I haven't been, you know, raped or physically hit, but there's other
Yeah.
forms, hey?
Yeah. So yeah, what if abuse is not at all as what this reality presents it to be? Um, okay. So there are different ways to approach abuse and to look at and deal with abuse, and most of the times it is what if abuse is a creation, right? Whether you are aware
Wow.
of it or not. And what is actually, if it wouldn't be abuse, what else
Could
would
it
it be?
be?
And what are you and your body capable of that created the abuse? For example, if you look at sexual abuse, you might think and say that the people that can experience that are victims. And is creating yourself as a victim of any sort of abuse, whether it's financial abuse, whether that is emotional abuse, whether that is what other
Whatever, yeah.
forms of abuse do we have? Um, Creating yourself as a victim, is that empowering yourself or actually degrading and making yourself powerless over somebody
Yeah.
else? So, or what um, what capacities do you have that have been creating the abuse, but you weren't really aware of the capacities because nobody ever told you you had capacities to maybe heal other people of their unkindness, of their cruelty, of their malevolence, so to say.
Wow,
So,
everything that is, Merlijn.
yeah, destroy and create it all, everything they brought up. Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, woof, pork, part, all
Yeah.
nine shorts, boys, beyonds. Yeah, we actually have set up like kind of a list of clearings, and they're all coming up randomly. So we're just gonna roll with this, okay? So, so everywhere. So have you created yourself as a victim of abuse? And if that's a yes, then would you like to change that? Because the thing is, if you keep yourself as a victim of a certain abuse, are you allowing yourself to actually change and create beyond it?
Yeah, well,
Yes
you
or
know,
no?
Merlijn. Yeah, Merlijn. You know what I'm perceiving is that there's so many people that really would like to change it, but they just don't know how. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So how do you change it?
yeah,
I would say, what else can you choose beyond it? Because choice, prevalence, like is superior to any sort of process. If you would like to change what is still the energies that are still lingering around, would you like to choose it? And if you would, could you choose to change it now? And you might not even have an idea of what that is, of what that looks like, of what that feels like for your body. If you would choose to change all the past luggage, energy, thoughts, feelings, emotions, things that stick you and your body into the reality of abuse that this reality presents,
yeah.
would you like to choose to change that now?
I'm
And
hearing a
everything,
huge yes, huge
and
yeses
everything,
from everywhere.
everything it doesn't allow that, destroy and create all this energy. Right, wrong, good, bad, puck, pot, all nine. Oh, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Wowzers. That has like,
Yeah,
whoa, makes
yeah.
my
I
body go
tried.
like, whoa. It's like it's almost kind of a similar energy as when you asked me about what I knew about magic and bodies, and then I got this massive, like almost I had to vomit, and
Yeah.
I was like, wow, that's interesting. What is that? And you asked me the question, it's like, what is that? That was like abuse. So, that was basically um, talking about, having been abused by others. And mostly it is the body that kind of like receives the abuse and that locks the abuse into its molecular structure when you, the being, your psychology is actually not really present. Like, if you have suffered physical abuse, for instance, it's like, how much do you actually like clearly know of it from perceiving being embodied? How many of you actually kind of stepped out of your body and can see the situation from a different angle? So were you really present in your body? Yeah, for a lot of people, that would be that. It's most likely a no, because the body gets kind of like brutalized and hurt so much um, that it's kind of hard to stand in and stay with and be present with. So the being actually kind of like just steps out, just like that. Like, so everything that got locked into your body, that you weren't able to access it because you tried to do it from here, well, you destroyed and created all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, online, shorts, boys and beyonds. And
yeah,
and everything doesn't allow it to change, shift, transform with total ease. For you to be the energy, space, and consciousness that changes your reality around abuse. Will you destroy and create it all?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, online, shorts, boys, beyonds. Wow.
One of the things that just came to my awareness was actually the Voice America channel. It's a free channel on the internet where Access Consciousness Gary and Dane run a weekly show that's just amazing. And there was one about bullying and, victim and that sort of thing. And one of the things that Gary said was, when you buy into any form of bullying or abuse or attack in some way, there is some part of you that believes some aspect of that. So you're buying a lie there of what they're saying, some aspect of it. And so I just thought, maybe we could do a clearing around the people out there that are believing some aspect of the victimhood or what's being said to them. If we can destroy and uncreate those lies and open up possibilities that weren't there before, that'd be way cool.
Cool. So what would that be like? So let me see. So what lies, myths, fantasies, legends, and untruths have you bought and bought into and sold to others that are actually destroying your life, reality, and your body and your generative and creative capacities for consciousness and what else is possible. So everything that is, whoa, times gazillion, really destroying and create it all.
Yes.
Right, all my boys beyonds. And let's take the charge off one more time. So everything that was, destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online, shorts, boys beyonds. And once more, everything that was. Isn't it brilliant how energy works? Just ask everything that was, destroy and create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online, shorts, boys beyonds. So everything that locks that into your system, universe, and body, will you now destroy and create it and dissipate and release it?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, online, shorts, boys beyonds. Cool.
Wow.
We're doing
Do you want to read some of your clearings? Yeah, some kick-ass clearings from
some kick-ass clearings. Yeah. So here, in order to go to kind of awaken or to go into the magic you truly be, is the processes that I use for that most are the energy, space, and consciousness processes. The brilliant, I didn't get the brilliance of that for a long time until I actually started perceiving energy, space, and consciousness as the magic, the fairy dust.
It's so true.
Yeah, that this sparkly energy that you truly are. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to change, shift, transform all molecules of abuse for all eternity with total ease? Perceive that? Do you feel that in your body? Yeah, you
Yes.
might not get it with here, but it just kind of feels different. So everything that doesn't allow this for you and for your body, will you destroy and create it all? Ooh, right, wrong,
Yes.
good, bad, pot, online, shows, voice, beyond. Yeah,
Oh.
the moment you ask for everything it doesn't allow it, you get all the energy and gunk that is still lingering around that, doesn't allow that. You might not even know what it is, but you better get rid of it if you would like. So let's run that one more time. So what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to change, shift, transform all molecules of abuse for all eternity with total ease? Or we can add to change, shift, and transform all molecules and energies of abuse for all eternity with total ease.
Nice.
And destroy and create everything that doesn't allow that. Right, wrong, good, bad,
Yes.
pot, online, shorts, boys, beyonds.
You know,
Oh,
it's funny when you said you got the magic of the energy, space, and consciousness, because it was quite a few. Well, it was probably about a year into Access that I kind of got an aha around it. You know how they talk about in science that 99.999% is space, right? So we appear solid and everything appears solid, but 99.999% is space. And I kind of equate it to music, that what makes music so magical is actually the silence. It's the space in between. And so when I thought about how we're actually 99.9%
cool.
space,
Makes
yeah,
me giggle.
I know.
It makes my body dance and move.
Well, that's it. So I kind of went, wow, so I'm 99.9%, 999% space, and I can actually direct the molecules of that to create something greater. And what was appearing solid, like the abuse or the victim or anything in your life that's appearing solid, it's actually 99.999% space, and you can direct those molecules, that energy, space, and consciousness towards magic from abuse, for example. So yeah, it blew me away when I kind of went, wow, we're creating from that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And I love what Gary writes about in the Magic book as well. For instance, magic is not consciousness as the addition to your life; it's consciousness as your life. And
Yeah.
when I kind of read that, I was like, because this consciousness concept seemed so weird and kind of non-existent to me, as it's while I was being conscious and aware all of my life already, it's just I had no word for it.
Yeah,
and, and
exactly. Yeah.
it's like that was the magic I was always being. And therein, in consciously kind of like asking a question like that, what energy, space, and consciousness can I be? For instance, it's like, what energy, space, and consciousness does that open you up to?
Yeah.
What is available to you? What are you capable of being? And in that, what energy, space, and consciousness can I be too? Fill in the blank. What energy, space, and consciousness can I be too? Fill in the blank.
Yeah.
And sometimes
And
I just think, go for it.
no, go live.
Oh no, well, sometimes I just stick with what energy, space, and consciousness can I be when I kind of like feel like I'm smashed by the heaviness of this reality. It's like, what energy, space, and consciousness can I be? Literally invoking um, possibilities and magic, and
Exactly. Yeah.
from being it. The thing is, because like like what if you are magic, and what if there's no greater power than you? So what's possible?
Yeah, and you know, hearing you ask all those questions, and you know, you talked about sometimes you wake up and it's like this, oh, you know, the insanity and the heaviness of this reality. One of the tools of access consciousness is if it's light, it's true for you, and if it's heavy, it's a lie. And it's something so simple, guys, but if you actually use it in every 10 seconds and feel the energy, so when someone says something to you and it feels light and expansive, awesome. That's true for you, great. You know, it'll open more possibilities. But if it feels really dense and hard and contracted and heavy, it's a lie, guys. And, you know, it's when that happens, when you feel that density and that contraction, just, you know, say to yourself in your mind, oh, that's heavy. It's a lie. It's not true. I'm not going to believe that anymore. Bye-bye. I destroy and uncreate all of that. And, you know, one of the things before I found access consciousness is that I really believed the heaviness of this reality. I started to really believe it and believe in my wrongness and be that victim and, you know, really created all that density. And, you know, as I've gone through classes and things like that and reading the books, you know, Dane's got a YouTube channel that just is amazing. It's all free stuff. I started to go, wow, I can actually change really big things with ease just by asking questions. And I know it might sound crazy, guys, but if you're suffering in any way, just try it. Just try it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, and
live
it's
your life
like,
like that.
yeah, and it's like, what if there's always a possibility? What if there's always a, a way to change? And what if change is always possible? And it's
Yeah.
like, if it were right there, right in front of you, you know, it's like, would you like to choose it? And
Yeah.
and then, there might be some junk and gunk in the way that is like, "Ugh," that energetic,
Yeah.
kind of like those energetic structures that you haven't been able to change so far because, nothing ever worked as dynamic as just popping and potting,
Funny.
destroying and creating.
Who would
And
have thought, right?
yeah, what if you could perceive your whole reality? Like, just look at it. It's like, where is that energetic gunk lingering around? And you might, just have want to take some time or a moment to sit down with that, and it's like, oh, that energy. You might not even have words for it. Oh, just trying to create all this, talk and pot.
That's
And then
it.
it's like, oh, what else is left? What is coming up? What is that? Oh, just trying to create all this, talk and
Yeah.
pot.
And what else is
And
possible? What else can I choose now?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And let me see. Shall I go into like another way of abuse that we actually?
What you know what's coming up when you say that? What do you know, Merlijn? It's
What do
and
I
that's what I
know?
love about that's what I love about Access. It's like,
What
what do
do?
you know? What's true for you?
Oh, I love you for asking those questions. Awesome balls. So what got really clear to me is that, what you just said as well, Grace, is like the heaviness, the judgment, and believing it so real, because kind of so many people function from it. Like sometimes, like it's hard to see, especially when you live in a busy city where people have to go to work, where they have to do stuff, where they're not happy, yeah, it's kind of like when nothing else is surrounding you, it's like that energy is so prevalent and it's so present in your reality that you almost like see no other possibility. It's, when you go to hospitals or other clinics and stuff, it's most of the energies that are there is making that
Real
whatever's
and
going on for you
true.
real and really like kind of thick, and try to fix you, because it's I don't know, and you get into this whole maze of insanity where kind of like you almost see no way out. So everything that brought up, and everywhere you've experienced that, still holding on to it, um, and making it more vital than your ability to be magical and to be free, and that of your bodies. Well, you destroy
Right
and create it
away.
all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, online, shorts, boys, beyonds. Yeah. So as well, in looking at abusing yourself, that was one of the things that I got actually, not so long ago, while I've been working with all of this so long, um, for 3 years already. Is like, well, what's time anyway? Um, is that, what if you are way more psychic than you have given yourself credit for, like ever? What if 99% of the thoughts, feelings, and emotions um, you experience, or you think that you are thinking, you think that you are feeling, or you think that are yours, are actually not yours? And what if, you're like this big, I love how Gary and Dane describe it, you're like this big giant psychic radio receiver, and you pick up everybody else's junk. You pick up everyone's lightness as well, but which one feels more real to you? So everywhere that heaviness and the gunk and the this is right, this is wrong is more real to you than the energy, space, and consciousness and lightness that you and your body truly be. We're just trying to create all this and give it up.
Yes.
And maybe choose something different. Okay, right, wrong, good, bad, book, online, sure, it's both beyonds. Yeah, so and as well in thinking all of that, like thinking I'm ugly, thinking my body's ugly, thinking um, I'm disgusting, thinking my body's bad, thinking
Worthless,
I am bad,
useless.
worthless, yeah, and even thinking I'm bad, how
Yeah.
does your body respond to that? And what if, like, most of that is not even yours to start with? So where have you been abusing your body with with stuff that didn't even belong to you in the first place? And your poor body, your sweet body, really, let's not make the body
Yeah.
poor. Let's make the body sweet.
Sweet.
Has been kind of like kind of like gathering all of that. Is like, well, you're telling me to, so I am just kind of stuck with all of this.
Oh, and
So
everything that is, Merlijn.
destroying and create it all.
Yes.
Whew. Right, wrong, good, bad, book, pot, online shorts, boys and beyonds. Shall
Wow,
I run that clearing?
you just gathered, yes, I just felt you gathered so much stuff from so many people just there. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. And if this feels a little intense for you, please know every clearing we do clears what it brings up. Yeah? So you don't have to hold on to what we're bringing up for you here.
Yeah.
You can choose to kind of like, I don't know, go
Have fun.
through. Yeah, I know. And just kind of like perceive it when it comes up, like, whoa.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, oh,
Whoa.
okay. You mean I can just try and create that? I don't have to keep kind of sludging through it, really?
I know. I know.
No.
I know.
No,
What if
no,
there's
no, no,
an
no.
easier
Just
way
hold
to
on
get through the
it.
mud? Yeah, okay,
It's so
so
much more fun. No.
I know. How much more fun can we have in our lives? So shall I run that vital
Yeah,
vitality clearing about abusing your body?
definitely.
Cool. So are you guys ready for this? You
Mm-hmm.
guys are ready for
I'm
this?
hearing a yes.
Are you guys ready for this? Awesome. Great.
No, don't do it.
So
They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it.
so cool. So there's so many things we make more vital than our being, So then we can use this process. So what if you made so vital about abusing your body, abusing you with everything that never belonged to you or your body in the first place, are you using to create the disease, pain, suffering, trauma, and drama, and let's add in there abuse you are choosing, and everything that is times considering, will you destroy and create it all? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, online shorts, boys, beyonds. Whew. So let me run that again. What if you made so vital about abusing you and your body with everything that never ever belonged to you or your body are you using to create the disease, pain, suffering, trauma, drama, and abuse you are choosing. The thing is, you as an infinite being, would you have infinite choice? So have you ever chosen to choose that? So everything that is times a gazillion, just trying to create it all, please.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds.
Wow, I can just feel that relief. I'm feeling like
wow.
a expansion, yeah.
Cool. So, and everything, everywhere that's still locked in the molecules of your body, will you now please dissipate and release it of your body, system, and universe?
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, all nine shorts, boys, beyonds.
Wow.
And you know, please know that your body might, even after these clearings, it might not seem like much, but they're hugely transformative. You know, you might find, you know, your body detoxing in different ways that you haven't experienced before. Like if you, some of you might have already like ran to the bath, like to the toilet and thrown up. That would not be a weird response of your body to it, because your body might be letting go of some of the junk, energetic gunk that it's been holding on to. So, please know anything that occurs, it's never ever wrong. What is right about it, you're not getting.
Exactly. And the other thing that's coming to mind, Merlijn, is to have ease. So when that happens, if you do start to detox or get headaches or whatever it is, just say, hey, beautiful body, sweet body, what would it take to have more ease right now? What can I contribute to you? What do you require right now? Is there something you need to ingest right now to bring ease? That can all really help as well. And the other thing too, guys, is Merlijn's here for you and so am I. So if there are any questions that are coming up or you have an intensity in the body that you just, what do I do with this? Call us, contact us. We are available.
Yes, we are. We are. Because, like, I guess I'm speaking for you as well, Grace. Like, I'm totally up for creating more consciousness and possibilities for everyone who's willing to play and receive it, to actually, like, not have change to be a dirty word. To have change
with it.
I know, to have change as a magical possibility of choice to change.
Yeah, and you're speaking beautifully for me, because for me that's what a cup of consciousness is. It's a safe place to land. It's a place where there's no judgment, there's kindness. It's not about selling you anything. It's actually about, hey, what can we do to create change for you? What invitation can we be so you can choose something greater? What doors could be open now because you've listened or you've chosen something different? And yeah, and the funny thing is, when I had the idea of a cup of consciousness, there was a real energy about it on who would come and speak with a cup of consciousness. Because for me, it's about choosing people that actually come from that space of total caring and no judgment. And it's like, hi, sweetie. So, okay, you think you're ugly. What else can you choose? Okay, you've been raped. Cool. What's next, sweetie? How do we open some doors here? And if they've done something that they, believed was really wrong and bad, but to actually say no barriers, it's like, hey, cool, okay, that was a choice that you made. What other choice can you make now? Instead of beating yourself up. I mean, one of the things that happened a couple of days ago, I was just down the street and randomly met somebody, and she started communicating some really intense stuff that was going on in her life, and I really could perceive that she wanted change, but she just had no idea that it was even possible. And so I let her speak for about 5 minutes on some pretty horrific things going on in her world, and then I said to her, what if you could just choose something different? And she kind of just went, what? And that's the thing that you were talking about, Merlijn, that when you have suffered abuse and you've got all this proof on how terrible it is and how wrong it is, and there's also
it.
Exactly.
Everyone makes you a victim on top of your own victimization.
Exactly. And the other thing too is that when you make it such, when you make it solid, then you have to keep proving to yourself the rightness of your view, which keeps you then locked into that suffering and trauma and drama and upset as well. So when I said to her, what if you could just choose something different? She actually, like, her brain just kind of went, you know, and
Can
I
I?
gave it, yeah, really? You mean I don't? And so
Am I that powerful?
exactly. Am I that aware? You mean I can just choose change? I can choose something different? No, it can't. It can't be that easy. I've got to understand it. I've got to therapize it, and you know, and
Yeah, therapize to the bone.
exactly, and just cycle round and round.
I
And so,
know, figure it out.
yeah, and I gave her the example of, I said, you know, just imagine you're in a shopping centre and you know, you've done a little bit of shopping and you've looked in the trolley and it's all the stuff that you don't choose. It's the stuff that when you actually think about it or feel into it, it's all stuff that's going to kill you. It's not what you're choosing. I said, what's the point in actually talking about all that stuff in your trolley? Why can't you just go and choose another trolley and start putting into that trolley that which you're choosing to ingest or experience in your life? And she just said, oh, wow, I never thought of it that way. So there's a lot of significance on abuse and what they've suffered. And so can we do something around that? Can we do something around how when something's so painful and so wrong, that we make it so significant that we actually stick ourselves to it rather than going, okay, it was not cool, it was a horrible experience, you know, there is wrongness around it to some extent, but what else can I choose here? Because keeping it going, it's killing me. It's not opening up possibilities. Can we do something with
Wow.
that?
Cool. Yeah, of course. So what if you made so vital, valuable, and significance about holding on to all of that and not choosing to go beyond it? Ooh, and everything that is
Wow.
times a gazillion, destroying and create it all. Right, wrong, good, bad,
Yes.
POC, POD, online, sure, it's boys and beyond. So what if you made so vital of the wrongness of everything you experienced that was painful, nasty, not fun, and abusive, that keeps you in a constant state of judgment, being and receiving. And everything that is times a gazillion will destroy and create it all.
Yes.
Right, wrong, good, bad, book, pod, online, show, it's boys, meons. And this is, let me see, what is a more basic process for this? So what if you made so vital about the wrongness of you and the wrongnesses of this reality that keeps you in a constant state of judgment, being and receiving, and everything that is times a gazillion? Will you destroy and create it all?
Yes.
Thank you. Right, wrong, good, bad, book, pod, online, shorts, boys, beyond. Is it clearing
Yeah.
anyway?
No, it's doing great. The other thing that's coming to my mind is, you know how Gary talks about that when we make something that is right wrong, we lock it into the right side of our body, and when there's something that's wrong in our life that we're trying to make right, we lock it into the left side of our body. Can we do a clearing around the stuff that we've locked into, you know, that's right, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's right? If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. God, how do we know about this?
Everything
Yeah.
that she just said.
I know everything that she just said. Is great at all. Right, wrong, good, bad, book, pod, online, shorts, boys, beyond. So everything that you've locked into the right side of your body that you've been trying to make wrong, that's actually right about it, will you destroy and create it and dissipate and release it now? Right, wrong, good, bad, book, pod, online, shorts, boys, beyond. Everything you locked in the right side of your body, in your left side of your body that you've tried to make right, but it's not, will you destroy and uncreate it and dissipate and release it? Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, pod, online, shorts, boys, beyonds.
Well, Merlijn, we can
Wait, hold on a
go
second.
on. We can go on for hours and hours. Oh, something coming?
I know, just everything you created based on that. Destroy and create it all. Right,
Yes.
wrong, good, bad, POC, pod, online, shorts, boys, and beyonds. Yeah, go ahead, Grace. We're actually almost to an hour.
I know, that's what I just looked at the time and I went, wow, how much fun has happened and change has happened in an hour. It's just flown. Merlijn,
Wow.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for being the invitation
Thank
of
you,
something
Grace.
so great. Thank you for opening the doors of possibilities. Thank you for caring about the people who are listening in now and in the future. And if you'd like to know more about Merlijn, he's a friend on my Facebook page, but he also has a website. So what would that be, Gorgeous?
Yes, yes. Well, there's several. I will. The one that's easiest is handsonaccess.nl. So that is handsonaccess.nl. And soon we'll have Merlijn will sing at .com up as well. So
Beautiful.
And I'm on Facebook, so you can always find me there and drop me a line.
I will be. Yeah. I will be putting the links on the emails as well. So if you don't get this or it went too fast, just check your registration page and also a follow-up email. It will have all those links and the clearings as well that we used. Okay, all right, Merlijn, thank you a million gazillion times for just your energy work. It's very late at night for you, so I really appreciate you staying up late for all of us. So we're going to sign off, and we'll see you next week at A Cup of Consciousness talking to another magical being. Take care. Bye.